Hey guys, it is Brooke from Grieving Mommy. Welcome. If you have been here before, it's been a little bit since I posted. If you haven't been here, then I am Brooke. I lost my 10-year-old daughter in a car accident in February of 2022. So I thought I would just pop on because I've had a lot of people asking how I'm doing. It's been a little bit since I posted. So I just wanted to give you an update and kind of what's happening in my life and apologize, first of all, for not keeping up a steady stream of posts right now. It's just been a very, very challenging time period. I have a podcast interview today, so I got dressed up and figured since I'm presentable, I will hop on here and share with you guys. So, I just had the 1-year anniversary of Libby's death on February 9th. Today's the 11th, so 2 days ago. It was about as bad as I was expecting. Lots of tears. And I honestly thought that I was going to be a little bit better because I haven't been having like these huge, emotional crying sprees like I used to. But man, one, social media got me. It really got me. I should have stayed off probably, but I couldn't resist because all of Libby's friends and her dance teachers and like pretty much everyone that knew her, everybody was posting tributes, and there were so many pictures that I hadn't seen before and videos of her, and they were just all so beautiful. So it was like impossible for me to resist going on there to see the stuff because I wanted to see what everyone was saying about her. But then at the same time, it was like every time I saw a new picture or like I read something really beautiful, I was just sobbing. So it was kind of a whole day of just tears. I'd planned to start cleaning out her room. Her dad and I both took off work. And that was our plan. We thought it would be kind of a symbolic day to do it. And honestly, we both just were like, we couldn't do it. It was too hard. So we did start the day after. And that was even worse than the 1-year anniversary, honestly. I don't think I've cried that much. Well, I haven't cried that much in a year. Obviously, I cried that much like right after she died. Well, kind of when the shock wore off. But wow, it is really, really hard. And I think in waiting so long to do anything with her room, I maybe like build it up so much to be something bigger. But it's not fun at all. We made like a little bit of a dent, but it was really hard. I mean, just finding stuff that I didn't know was there. I found like a little picture that she had drawn, and I'm just picking up papers and stuff, and here's this little card that says, "I love you, Mommy." And I just like I had no idea it was there. And it's awesome knowing how much that my daughter loved me, but God, I miss her so freaking much. I really, really miss her. And it's almost like a year has just, it doesn't seem real. Like this whole past year just does not seem real. It seems like I blinked and a year went by. And I can still see her in her room, drawing at her desk and sitting in her bed and reading and being in there because I was in there with her so often. It was just really, really hard. So I think we're going to do a little bit more today after I'm done with my interview. Her closet that was another huge trigger for me. I picked out her clothes every day. So every morning I'd go in and I'd wake her up and then I'd open up her closet door and find something for her to wear and sit it on her bed. And it was like a whole routine that we had. So just opening up that closet door again and seeing like all of her little clothes there still perfectly in the spot where they were. And and just knowing that I'm never going to go in there again and pick out another outfit for her, it just sucks. I don't know what else to say about it. It just sucks. It is a pain that it is indescribable. Like, I don't wish it on anyone. And I wish no one had to go through it. But unless you felt it, you just can't comprehend how overwhelming it is. Yeah. So that's the status. If you've been wondering, I have gone in her room. I have started to slowly kind of pack things up. I'm not throwing away a lot of stuff just because I've heard a lot of people say that they kind of went in and got rid of a bunch of stuff, and then later on they wish that they kept something. So I'm kind of just like boxing stuff up for now, and not really throwing away anything unless it's like definite trash. I am making a box of stuff to donate to her friends at the dance studio. I'm just gonna fill it with a bunch of her stuff that doesn't really have any sentimental value for me, but it was hers, so I thought maybe her friends would like that. And then I'm gonna drop that off and let them go through, and people can kind of take what they want. But yeah, so that is Libby's room. That was the 1 year. I had so many messages from people, and it was amazing to know that people were thinking about me, and I appreciate that so much. But again, it made it really hard too. And again, I don't want to say I didn't. People who texted me and messaged me and whatever, like, I love you. Thank you so much. Again, so kind of you to think of me. And I needed it. I needed people's thoughts. I've been in a really dark place for a couple weeks now. So yes, thank you. But it was also one of those, like, all day long, my phone was pinging and every message was about Libby and, or me and my grief and whatever. And I know how hard this is. And again, amazing. And I feel so lucky to have so many people that are looking out for me. But it was just like a constant reminder that day. And I just couldn't get away from it. So I just sort of dove right in and just was depressed and cried a lot. And it is what it is. That's what I did. That's what you do. I guess you just sort of know it's going to suck and get through it. So yeah. My mom, people have been asking about my mom. It's been a roller coaster. So that's the other reason that I haven't been posting too much is, it's really hard with her right now. Honestly, about maybe like 3 weeks ago, whenever the last time was, like when I kind of told you that I was going to be pausing posting for a little bit, it was mostly because they had told us to prepare ourselves, that she wasn't going to make it very long. And so I did, and I took my sons to Baltimore to Johns Hopkins to visit her. And again, every time I drive there, it's an hour and 45 minutes. And then we stay there and drive back, and it takes up like a big chunk of the day. So it's a pretty big commitment. It's been challenging having to do that, multiple times a week. But I took the boys saying, like, this is probably going to be it. So, don't say goodbye, but because we don't want to, depress her, but, at least make it a meaningful visit, because it will probably be the last one. And then weirdly, like, she rallied after that, and she seemed like she was doing great. And she got to the point where she could, get up with help, get up and, with a walker and 3 people holding her, she was kind of shuffling down the hallway and moving around, which was way better than she's been for the past, it's been almost 50 days that she's been at Johns Hopkins. And so we thought she was doing better. And she still is not eating solid food. She's being fed through a TPM, like liquid food, because she can't swallow. And then it went downhill again. So we thought things were going well. They had us looking for rehab hospitals closer to home, which would have been great because, just if it would be, even a half an hour to visit her instead of an hour and 45 minutes, it would have made it a lot easier. But no one could take her because she's such a high risk patient. There weren't any facilities that had any availability. So that was kind of shot. And then she went downhill again, took a turn for the worse. Right now she has pneumonia and a UTI, and she's still not eating solid foods. And and it's a whole thing. And mentally, she's not doing well right now. So it's been challenging when you go down there now, because it's hard. It's so hard to watch someone go through that. And yesterday we got the call again saying, we don't know how long it's going to be, so prepare yourselves. So yeah. So there's that. It's just a really rough season right now for me. But I am still planning on continuing things. I have a fundraiser coming up, a basket bingo for my daughter, the charity I created for my daughter, Live Like Libby. So I'm getting ready for that, and which is a lot of work, kind of preparing for a basket bingo, but I'm excited for that. And then once that's over, I'm kind of focusing on my middle child, who's now my youngest child, is going to be graduating, and we're trying to figure out like where everybody is going to go and what everyone's going to be doing. And I'm still facing that kind of empty nest, because both my boys are saying that they're going to go other places, and it's just me. So just like I said, a difficult season is the best way to explain it. And I hope this wasn't too rambly, but I do have my interview on a podcast in just a moment. So I'm going to let you guys go. And thank you to everyone who has sent me messages and sent encouragement. I need it right now, so I appreciate it. I love you guys. Anyone else that's out there going through anything like this, I am so sorry, and I feel your pain, and just hang on, and we can do it. We will do it. We will get through it. Sometimes it seems like it is just pointless. I've had a lot of those days lately, like what is the point of feeling this pain all the time? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, but I have hope. I have hope that things will get easier, and I'll start to figure myself out. So, all right. Bye, guys. Until next time, sending love and hugs. See ya.